What's up, everybody? You are listening to Motorcycle Mayhem Radio. I am Johnny Rizzo. We got Mama Dukes in the studio with us. What's up, Mama?
Hello, everyone.
And we got a great guest tonight, Mama.
Who's our in-house guest?
We have Larry Altholtz, the president, the owner of Harley-Davidson of Nassau County, Triumph, and Royal Enfield of Nassau County, and many, many more stuff.
That's fabulous.
How you doing, Larry?
Hey, Johnny. How you doing?
It's great to see you.
Hey, Mama.
How's it going?
He's no stranger of the show. He's been on the show a couple other times as well. So we know Larry really well. He's a great guy.
But he's new to WOR 710 AM.
That's where we're on right now.
I
That's
know.
You reminded me about that.
You forgot that in the intro, but that's okay.
Okay, so I'll do it over. You ready?
No.
This is Motorcycle Mayhem Radio. I am Johnny Rizzo. That's Mama Dukes. You're listening to Motorcycle Mayhem Radio on WOR 710 AM and iHeartRadio.
This is what we do here.
Nice place to be.
So, Larry, you own the biggest dealer on Long Island.
Yeah, it's the biggest one.
Even the Harley dealer itself. And now that place is beautiful. You got Triumph. You got Royal Enfield.
Yeah, we got a lot happening. A lot happening in the short period of time. In the past year, we've expanded a lot. Yeah, both our footprint on the size of the facility. You know, the store is a lot bigger, and then we took on some new motorcycle lines. So it's a very exciting time for us.
Now let me ask you a question. Now, owning a Harley dealer the whole time, and now adding Triumph and Royal Enfield, what does that do for your technicians? Is that all new classes they got to take? Is it a whole new?
I hate to put it like this because we're excited about some new brands of motorcycles, but we're Harley guys. So that's where we are. That's where we started.
Yeah.
So all my guys are they're all these factory trained. I fly them to Milwaukee, wherever they need to go to get the latest info, and they're the best with Harley. So yeah, it's been a learning curve. When you start with a new brand, but. You know what? It just proved it to me. My guys are just great mechanics, and so they're killing it. They did all the factory training with Triumph and Royal Enfield, and it wasn't hard for them.
Right. No, they've done work on my bike, and I got to tell you, they're fantastic work. Beautiful stuff, man. They know what they're doing. I took that ride around Lake Michigan. I brought the bike to you. Your guys took it, and I felt confident. The bike ran great the entire trip.
I love it.
Zero.
Yeah, I haven't
problems.
heard anything bad about anything at Nassau County Harley-Davidson. Now, for our listeners that aren't familiar with your dealership because they might live in New York City and all of that, where exactly in Nassau County are you located?
We're on Sunrise Highway in Belmore. So it's Sunrise Highway at the corner of Newbridge Road in Belmore. So
and then you have a website too. They can check out stuff.
Yeah, it's Harley-Davidson of NassauCounty.com.
Excellent.
Awesome stuff. Now, so you go onto that website, and now you want to buy a Triumph. It's a different website, obviously, right?
It is, yeah. So we keep that all separate.
You have to keep it separate, though, right?
Yeah. Well, it should be. It should be separate. There's such loyal followings with brands, and so and it has a little bit of a different look and feel. The funny thing is, though, John, is that I'm finding that the Harley guys, they're wandering over and they're checking things out, and they go, hey, you know what? I'm like, you liking what's going on? They're like, I had a Bonnie back in the day,
Wow.
and I'm excited to see what the new ones look like. So there's a lot of crossover from one brand to the other.
Absolutely. And you know what? I love those Royal Enfields. They're perfect starter bikes. I mean, the price is right.
Oh yeah.
And the sizes are right.
Yeah, you can't go wrong. It's so much value for the money.
Exactly.
And, all these brands that I put together, they're all retro brands. So they all go back about the same. You got 1901, 1902, and 1903 for Harley-Davidson when they started out. So they're all kind of retro brands,
Yeah, that's absolutely fantastic.
A lot of heritage.
A lot of heritage, man. A lot of history. And you've been to the Harley-Davidson Museum, I'm assuming.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And right there alone, and I'll just tell you, it's just the history and just to look at all the pictures and stuff is just incredible stuff to look at.
So let's talk about it.
Yeah, but we're going to be right back, okay? I am Johnny Rizzo. I'm sitting with Mama Dukes and Larry Altholtz. I got your name right this time. And you are listening to Motorcycle Mayhem Radio, and we will be right back after these words from our sponsor.
City workers are struggling, and their union's been letting them down for years. But thanks to a U.S. Supreme Court ruling, civil service workers now have a choice. I can stop my dues and get better protection and benefits for less than I'm paying the union. Go to stopmydues.com to find out more.
Micro DOT helmets weigh less than a bottle of water and are the lightest DOT-approved helmets on the market, available in a variety of styles. Keep your head safe with a lightweight DOT-approved helmet. Visit microdothelmets.com.
All right. We are back. And we got Larry Altholtz in the studio from Harley Davidson of Nassau County. And you are listening to Motorcycle Mayhem Radio on 710 AM WOR, the voice of New York. So, Larry, let's talk a little bit about the history of Harley Davidson. We started talking about it before the break. So you've been to the museum out in Milwaukee.
I have.
How many times have you been there?
I think twice.
Yeah?
I think twice. Yeah, I was out there, I don't know, probably last time was probably like 10 years ago.
Really?
But, I grew up, in a Harley Davidson dealership. My father was a dealer. And so I'm going back like generations of motors. That's how I gauge it, right? So,
okay.
So going back, I mean, we had shovel heads on the floor. So, every day was looking at knuckleheads, panheads, and we were selling shovel heads. And then we went from there, evolution, and then, to all the different motors. So that's how I gauge the time. But when you go to the museum, they got all that old stuff there.
Oh, yeah.
And I dig it. It's if you haven't been to that museum, you got to go.
I've never been, so that's a bucket list trip for
bucket
me.
list.
When you guys fixed up my bike last summer, that's where I rode there. I rode there from here.
Oh,
we
wow.
rode around Lake Michigan. We went to the museum and we rode all the way back around Lake Michigan, came home.
Yeah.
So that was an incredible ride.
I think I need to go there just so you can see the stages, because I don't know if you're aware of the different names and looks of the motors. Like when he was saying knucklehead and shovelhead
They have
and
them
panhead.
on the walls.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. The
I know.
one
I like to
wall-
make fun of Johnny because he doesn't know, he knows nothing about the mechanics of the motorcycle.
Oh, really? I
Zero.
thought he knew everything. I was
No.
just assuming, motorcycle
No,
mayhem radio.
right.
He's got to know it all.
Yeah, he is the fat
No.
boy of Motorcycle Mayhem Radio, and that's about all I can say.
I go to the events. I like to, but when it comes to changing like my oil, I'll call my son. Come on, get over here. I'll call Mama Duke.
No, you just bring it to us. You know that.
I'll bring it right to Larry, man. He does a great
So
job.
how many motorcycles do they have? Do they go from year one all the way to current, or they just stick to us?
It's a great question, because when you go in, the first thing you see is serial number 1, which is the first bike they ever made. And from what I understand, somebody had that bike. It was tucked away. It was supposed to be serial number 1. And this is a long time ago. And but the story goes that Harley Davidson Motor Company had heard that somebody might have serial number 1, and so they went and they met and they verified that was the original bike. Who knows what they paid for the thing?
I can only imagine.
Yeah, some lucky guy had it in his basement, and now it's in glass. So you walk in, it's like the Mona Lisa of motorcycles.
Oh my God,
it's crazy.
And if you go on the Motorcycle Mayhem Radio YouTube page, I have video of first walking in, seeing that bike and seeing the whole row of bikes they got, starting with 03 and on. They got the first Road Glide there. It's just so many cool things there. Really, you could be there for hours.
So let me ask you a question. As far as your history with motorcycling goes, have you ever considered, or did you ever do the motorcycle cannonball? Because they have the older, it's strictly for the older bikes.
That's right.
Have you ever done that?
You know stuff, Mama.
I do.
You do. I can tell. So I really
Mom,
dig.
put your clothes back on. Come
on, we're having a thing.
Come on, we're having a thing. It's a thing.
No, I like that you know about that and you're into it, because I love old bikes. So they do that cannonball run, and I haven't done it. But I have a bike that's eligible, though. My 23 JD would be right in there.
Really?
Yeah. But I know some guys that did it. Jeff Decker did it. I talked to him about it, and locally some guys.
I think Paul Ozzie did it from Liberty Saves.
Yeah,
he did it. I remember
well.
when he did that. That's how I actually found out about it initially. It might have been like the first or second one. It hasn't been. How long has it been going on? I think like 10, 15 years, maybe.
I'm not sure how long, but I was just with Paul at his shop recently, and I was looking at the bike that he did it on.
Right.
And, he's a good guy. We're good friends, and
He'll be coming on the show soon.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. He's got a lot of knowledge too of old bikes.
Mm-hmm.
Have you been to his warehouse?
I have.
I was there
It's cool.
Yeah.
He's got. I mean, I thought I have a lot of old stuff. He's got more old stuff than I do.
He's got a lot.
I can't go in. I went there once to interview him for a magazine I used to work for, and I used to detail motorcycles. And I got very upset.
Yeah.
Looking. No offense, Paul, if you're listening, but I got very upset. Yeah, everything. His stuff should be behind glass. But anyway,
I said that to him too.
so going back to the racing thing, have you ever raced?
I have. I raced for a long time, and a long time ago.
Okay, but that's all right. It still counts.
35?
A younger life, yeah, right.
It still counts.
But actually, I started racing motocross.
Okay.
And I when I started, I was already old for that sport. Because they usually do that up in your 20s,
right.
Teenagers, 20s, and so I started a little later. But I don't know what I can say on the radio, but I kicked some,
Butt?
I did good. So my first race, I mean, I came out of the gate right here on Long Island in
Nice.
Bridgehampton. They had the track, and
Okay.
that's where I started racing. And right out of the gate, I think I was like third into the first turn.
That's fabulous.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was pretty cool. And I did that for a while, and then I did some car racing, or a lot of car racing. Probably about 10 years. I raced NASCAR modifieds.
Oh, the modifieds.
Oof.
I grew up with the modified section or whatever. Riverhead, Islip, Freeport, Islip, and Riverhead.
Oh, she does know.
Yeah.
that. Now I'm
So,
ready.
Why
well,
he's on the show?
all right.
Start talking racing with me. And
So
it's all
no,
over.
we could talk about modifieds. I mean, it's close to my heart. I was close friends and wife number 2 to one of the chief mechanics for Freddie Harback, the Flying
Oh,
Dutchman.
Wow.
Probably one of the most well-renowned
Legend.
on
Yes.
Long Island racing, and also in the New England states. I mean,
Yeah.
he was the epitome of him. Wayne Anderson, Charlie Jazombek. I'm going,
Right.
Tommy Baldwin Sr. By the way,
Yes.
so I got to see Tommy Baldwin Jr., who you all know professionally now, and then as a car owner and stuff in NASCAR, but. Bobby Parks,
Yeah.
Stevie Parks, yeah. So it was all.
She
These
knows
are
her
all the
stuff.
guys. These are all
Yeah.
guys that I raced with.
These
and,
are all the great legends. you know?
Yeah. These are the legends she's talking about.
Yes.
So, but yeah, Tom Baldwin was, we raced together, and he helped me actually when I first started, because you start out, and he had been doing it for so long, so much knowledge, and how to set a car up and this
Right.
and that, and so he helped me, get underway, and a bunch of the guys that you mentioned. Wayne Anderson's a good friend. He's a great guy. And what a great driver,
And so and their businesses, just about everybody either owned a body shop,
Yeah.
or a towing company,
Yeah. Well, you could, you
Right.
got to know how to, work on the stuff.
right? Because you need to make money.
That's important.
And
Yeah.
you need, because sponsors here on a local level, you pretty much were paying for the stuff yourself.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and,
You needed some kind of sponsorship. I mean, just your tire bill alone.
Right.
But yeah, I traveled, I traveled around, the East Coast, and did some racing in Florida during Speed Week.
Nice. That's
You
got to
do-
cost some bucks too.
Yeah, it costs a little bit, but you need some help. You need sponsorship.
So when you did the East Coast, you did Wall Stadium.
I raced at Wall Stadium. I started with Legends cars, and I
Oh,
raced.
those were a lot of fun.
Yeah.
The Legends cars.
And that's got a motorcycle motor, and it's when I was segueing back to the motorcycle.
back to the. But
Yeah.
hey, listen, it's all about motorheads. It doesn't matter. Motorcycles, race cars. These are all places that if you ride a motorcycle, you're going to end up going. A good summer ride on your bike. You get a bunch of guys
Absolutely.
together, and
Yeah.
you head out to the racetrack.
Sure.
You can even we used to have West Hampton. We used to have the drag racing for the cars and the bikes, and then they got rid of that, which was
Yeah, they're all
kind of upsetting.
It's very upsetting. I mean, when they closed Bridgehampton, I was upset. It's a very famous racetrack on Long Island, and West Hampton, the drag strip.
Oh yeah.
Right.
I remember that.
Yeah. So, but Bridgehampton, they had a road course that a lot of famous people raced on.
Yeah.
I mean, I think
Is that the one with that it's still there?
the overpass.
The overpass.
She really knows stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, this is like.
So
I mean, she's like 90 years old.
I
She
know.
knows these things,
but also
She's
too
no 90.
like our parkways, one of our Vanderbilt Parkway, wasn't it?
Motor-
A
Yes.
It
raceway
goes on
parkway.
and on, the knowledge. So yeah,
Yeah.
so the Vanderbilts used to conduct a race there.
Right.
So that's how that, and it's still there. The sections of the racetrack.
Yeah.
So Long Island, the point is, Long Island has a really rich racing history that
We
most
do.
people don't don't know because it's all closing down. It's a shame.
It is a shame.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
it's all about, building up houses and,
Condos.
how many more targets and, yeah, exactly. It's kind of upsetting.
Oh yeah,
A little
absolutely
bit.
is.
But
Absolutely is.
I really felt that, speaking about Long Island and racing in general, out by Calverton, that area, that we are now doing Long Island. It used to be Long Island has a drag strip now or whatever. Long Island needs a drag
Correct.
strip was the group.
Right.
And this has been going on for 10, 15 years, probably even longer. And now out in Calverton, and they're going to start their second season. And that's going to be great for everyone who's into drag racing. They're not incorporating motorcycles yet. Again, it's the car thing. But I got to tell you, on the weekends and stuff, it's just great, just to go out and see people with their local hot rods, with the up and coming EV, all these EV cars and electric cars. You can't, you can drag race them. They go from 0 to 60 in like 4 seconds, but it's the noise, it's the smell of the gasoline, it's the burning rubber, it's all of that.
It's so true.
It's just, getting dirty and, you go home and you take your,
rubber fall
the
off,
sunglasses off and you got, soot all over your face and you're blowing your nose and it's black grease. And I'm like, oh, this is awesome.
Just like the Harley drags.
You obviously
those.
stood along pit road and
I had no choice.
Just that black soot all over.
I was there. I used to race too at Riverhead. I did, the enduros.
Yeah.
And I raced with the guys too. So, that was actually a pretty cool experience.
Awesome. You ever go to the Harley drags?
Yeah.
We went to they actually let me stand on the track.
Or Atco?
No, it was out in Kentucky. It was beach something. I can't remember, Beach Bend. And I couldn't believe how loud that was. It was a whole new level of loud I never experienced before. Though my head was going to explode.
Well, yeah. Well, what about, the Force guys, that the car racing, even that, it sounds like
John Force.
John Force, thank you. Jet engines and things like that. That's amazing too.
Absolutely.
Gives you goosebumps.
Absolutely. Well, hey, man, I'm Johnny Rizzo. I'm with Mama Dukes, and we're hanging out here with Larry Altholtz from Harley Davidson of Nassau County. And we will be right back after these words from our sponsors.
We want to buy your pre-owned Harley Davidson motorcycle today. We purchase all used Harleys any year and any model. Harley Davidson of Nassau County.
Call 516-409-9200 or visit their website, NassauCountyHarley-Davidson.com.
Civil service workers, did you know that back in 2018, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that you're constitutionally protected to opt out of your union? You keep your job, your hours, and benefits, and you don't have to pay overpriced union dues. Now there's a choice. Go to stopmydues.com to find out more.
For commercial office printers, copiers, document cloud-based solutions, and with over 50 years of service, the choice is clear. Northeastern Office Equipment. Get a free, no-obligation quote. Visit northeasternoffice.com.
What's up? We are back. I am Johnny Rizzo. I am with Mama Dukes, and we are Motorcycle Mayhem Radio, live on WOR 710 AM. All right, I said live.
Well, sort of live, but
Well, we're live right now.
we are.
We're all live. And we're sitting here with Larry Altholtz, the owner of Harley Davidson of Nassau County, Triumph, and Royal Enfield. Larry, you own other stuff too, right?
Well, in addition to what? Harley, Royal Enfield.
Well, this car
Triumph.
dealerships also?
I do, yeah, okay, yeah. So, I have a car dealership.
Really? Where's that one located?
It's in East Meadow.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a Kia store.
A Kia?
So you caught me off guard. I know we're going to talk about cars.
I know.
Well, we're
So,
talking about
we're talking about you.
Yeah,
We're talking about you.
all right.
So you have a car dealership.
Yeah, I have a car dealership. It's a Kia car dealership, and it's just like, you know what? I'll tell you, it's the right place at the right time. That
Okay.
brand is taken
Oh, I
off.
can imagine.
Yeah.
With the gas. Yeah.
I mean,
I'm ready to trade my Fiat in for a Kia, believe it or not. 'Cause I hear good things about it.
Oh, yeah.
Are they electric or no?
They have electric vehicles. They have an
Really?
EV6, which is like one of the best electric vehicles out there. I mean, just the car is amazing. Everything they make is just they're coming out with such exceptional product. So we're really growing.
And years ago, Hyundai was considered like a throwaway car. And then when Kias came out, they were considered that too. But now they're more affordable. You get more bang for your buck. You get a whole bunch of, it's all connected. It's like Bluetooth connections, and you can sync to your phones.
They really built the brand on quality. So what happened is they started out, and like all new car companies, they have growing pains.
Right.
And but they quickly became one of the top reliable, dependable cars, and they give you this really long-term warranty. And you know, they built it on building a better and better product to what they are today.
Right. It's like the consumer experience, really.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, just take care.
How do you feel about the electric motorcycles?
You know, we had the Harley Livewire,
Right.
So we had that bike, and that came out in 2020, and so we sold them for a while, and but they were expensive.
Are they really?
Yeah, they were expensive. So you know, great product, but you got to be at the right price. It's got to make sense, you know. So now they branched off and started a Livewire brand.
Oh, that's what
they
did?
separated it from Harley.
Oh, okay, I got you.
And the price is a little better.
Okay, awesome. So we're going to get right back to that and more. We want to learn more about you, Larry, when we come back from our commercial. I am Johnny Rizzo. We're with Mama Dukes, and we are Motorcycle Mayhem Radio. So check out our website, motorcyclemayhemradio.com, and we'll be right back.
City workers are struggling, and their union's been letting them down for years. But thanks to a U.S. Supreme Court ruling, civil service workers now have a choice. I can stop my dues and get better protection and benefits for less than I'm paying the union. Go to stopmydues.com to find out more.
Long Island has some of the world's most aggressive drivers. I'm Motorcycle Mike, your personal injury attorney. When someone causes an accident resulting in injury or even death, you have a right to sue. I've helped out many Long Islanders in their fight for what they deserve. Motorcycle Mike, always on your side and always there for you.
Call 631-293-2300. Visit motorcyclemikeesq.com.
So, Larry, we were talking about the electric bikes, but I don't think you're too interested in electric bikes.
You know, because that's on the past now, because they stopped producing the Livewire through Harley Davidson dealerships.
Right.
But they did spin it off, and they are selling under the Livewire brand, and they got the price point probably where it should be, and it's a great bike.
You think so?
Well, yeah. I mean, I've ridden them. Very impressive. Very good build quality. Very fast. Well made. So I'm impressed with the product. You know, it was hard to sell at the original price, but now they were able to get it down to a good place.
Well, what about the sound, though? I mean,
there's no sound.
Well, I mean, they make adaptive sound now. You can make it sound, you know, remember those horns, like the Cayuga horns?
Oh, okay. And you can push
you can get a horn and push a button and make it sound like the bike.
That ain't the same.
I know.
I want to hear my Reinhardt, you know, blah, 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 blah.
Loud pipes save lives. But how long did the bikes last on a charge? Like how many I can know, like in cars you can go like maybe 250 350 if you push it. How long, how many miles?
On the Livewire they were about 100 miles. It depends how you're riding it, you know. So when I get on it, you know, it's, you know, I can barely do 100 because I'm, you know, really, you know, wide open on the throttle, and but if you're cruising, you know, you're going to get 100 or more. You know, which is not bad because that bike is essentially a sport bike.
Right.
It's not a touring bike.
Right.
So, you know, you're not going to go and do a 3, 4, 5 hour ride on that thing. On the sport bike, I'm like 30 minutes there, have something to eat, 30 minutes back, and I'm done. You know, so you'd have extra miles left.
So when you have to charge this thing, do you have to have a special charger put in your house like you do with like the other cars? I won't mention their names. You know, sometimes you have to do that.
Yeah, you could actually plug them into 110, but you know, you're going to leave that in overnight. Otherwise, you have to go on a level 2 or level 3 charger. Wow. So I put these chargers in front of the store and got ready for the EV, and then now we're not selling them. But I'm going to tell you this: that electric is still in the future.
You think it is the future?
It is. Even motorcycles, you're going to see more. Triumph is coming out with an EV bike.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not sure exactly when it's going to hit, but they've been developing something, and they have a really exciting partnership that's helping them develop that bike. You're going to see more and more EV. It just is what it is.
Awesome.
Are they going to do something better with the battery situation with that? Because I know there's a couple of different batteries out there. with the lithium-ion battery is the one that's catching fire because people just have a bad habit of keeping things plugged in and overcharging it like the phones.
Awesome. But you know what, though? We're going to have a lot of great things to talk about with Larry coming up. There's a lot of exciting news from Harley Davidson, new things that are coming out that we're going to get into it. In the wild side about Larry over here, because I know he's got a wild side. He's got some pretty cool bikes to talk about. Right? And we're going to get to all of that stuff with Larry from Harley Davidson of Nassau County. This is Johnny Rizzo. I'm with Mama Dukes. We are Motorcycle Mayhem Radio. Thank you so much for listening. We'll see you over on the podcast and iHeartRadio.
Bikers Info USA, the first bikers app by bikers, for bikers, and it's free. National and state events, Sturgis and Daytona, Bikers Info USA. Every motorcycle manufacturer dealer listed. Biker products for you and your bike. Bikers Info USA. Find the places to go, places to party, places to stay at every event. Bikers Info USA. Download it now. It's free. Bikers Info USA.
All right. We are back. I am Johnny Rizzo. I am with Mama Dukes. And we're sitting here with Larry Altholtz. And this is Motorcycle Mayhem Radio. So, Larry, you got so much great stuff going on. You got a wild life, man. I know you got some awesome choppers you got also, right?
Yeah, I do. I dig choppers. Actually, I'm going to build a new one now.
You can actually build a bike too?
Oh yeah, my father's a mechanic. I got to know how to do this stuff, or or else. So, but no, I like doing it. And
my father was a TV repairman. I can fix anything.
That's how I feel sometimes because he could fix anything. But anyway, he was a Harley mechanic. So I grew up working on stuff with him, and I do projects. So I got a shovel head project right now, and it's got a narrow glide on it now, but I'm going to take it off. I have a Springer, an OEM, a Harley original Springer. I'm going to mount on there and make a cool bike out of it.
John, do you know what a Springer is?
Yeah, but hold on. Before
not the Singer and the Juna and the Springer, not that one.
So wait, now when do you save this bike for yourself? Do you resell it? What do you?
Yeah. I come across a lot of stuff. So but if I see something that's up my alley, I wanted to have another shovel head. It's been a long time,
right?
And they're great bikes. They're very, very rideable. You can go anywhere with them. So older motor style, but great bike.
Really, I mean, I gotta tell you, my Fat Boy that I traded in. My Road Glide, I mean, I love my Road Glide. It's incredible. But I miss the Fat Boy so much. And now my son's got the Fat Boy that we bought all these bikes from Harley Davidson, Nassau County. And I love his Fat Boy. It's like the most badass bike I've ever seen with the ape hangers on it and they're black.
Very cool.
It's cool, but I'm going to be on the Shovelhead team with Larry.
Oh, no, I agree with the Shovelhead.
Only because my last motorcycle was an 83 FLHP. Do you know what the P stands for?
Yes, I do.
What?
I'm gonna let you tell me that because
you tell me.
Performance.
No.
What do you think it means?
That's a good guess.
It was a police special.
You see that this is what I'm telling you. This show is about the biking lifestyle. I'm not going to build you a motor.
I know you're not, but we still like to make fun of you, Johnny.
But if you
know
want to talk about motors, I'll have people like Larry on the show.
I'm looking forward to the build.
Me too.
With
Let me just say something. John's face is in my showroom. He comes to the store with this giant cardboard cutout
9 foot tall
of him, and looking, and he's pointing to Motorcycle Mayhem Radio. And every day I come in the store, I got to look at this thing.
I kind of saw it in the background for pictures when Santa was visiting, or you had the kids there for Christmas. Something was going on in the store.
Photos with Santa. Yeah.
Oh.
On a Harley.
So can I ask a silly question? I mean, Johnny was talking about it earlier, and before we went to break, we were talking about this a couple of things going on in January at Nassau County Harley Davidson or Harley Davidson in general.
Big
Are
stuff.
you do you have to, can you remove that
I'll be
thing
there.
of Johnny first?
No, I was kidding.
We bolted that thing down.
I know, I'm joking. So it's not in the background for pictures? But tell everybody what's happening.
Wait, before we get to that.
Come on, I'm excited.
On my defense here. All right. Larry said, I want to put a picture up of you, with the, promoting the radio show.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So I went to Wayne Blast.
Right.
Okay. Now Wayne Blast is an expert at everything that he does. Whatever he touches,
He did a nice job.
This guy went above and beyond.
He does all your merch, right?
He does all the merch, our cups. He does our T-shirts, our sweatshirts, everything. You need a banner done, Larry?
I do.
Okay. Wayne Blash is the guy to go to. He did
I met him.
everything.
I
you
met
met
him.
Wayne.
Yeah, but he did a good job with that.
Yeah, he did a great job. So I was expecting, I'm thinking this big. He comes out, I got this 9 feet tall, Margaret.
It's taller than you.
It's taller than me. All right. But it's up at the Harley dealer, the Harley Davidson Nassau County. Go say hello and take a picture with it and tag me in it. That'd be great.
Oh, that would be great.
I got a couple of those already.
You got to understand that John will come out and do events at our store, and he'll MC them, and
sure.
so he's part of the family, and then so it's just natural to have that in the store.
And I will say that about Harley Davidson Nassau County. The first time I've ever been there and I met Larry, I walked out of there, I felt like family. Everyone's great in that deal. Everyone is awesome. You walk in, Ellen's fantastic.
Thank you.
Hello.
Big smiles.
And she got candy behind her. We know where the candy stash is, right? So
of course you would. Yeah.
But it's true. As soon as he came in that day, I remember we first met, and you know what? We've been friends from that moment on. It just turned into a great friendship. And like I said, he's always there to help us at our events and do things, and we have a good time together.
That's great.
It is, and part of the success of Motorcycle Mayhem Radio is from Harley Davidson Nassau County, because she lets me set up there a lot. And,
no, that's good.
We had a great summer. We did the meatball challenge, the chili challenge.
We're going to do it again. We're going to do it.
I'm looking forward to it. So
when is the next meatball challenge?
Don't worry about it.
I want to know.
We haven't set a date yet. We're going to do a lot of stuff. We did a movie night. We had we made a movie theater in the dealership, and we showed The Wild One. The movie that started it all, Marlon Brando.
But did you show Wild Hogs?
No,
so there's a backstory to that.
I heard that was a good movie. I've actually never watched it. But I think the next one might be Easy Rider.
That's pretty good.
Easy Rider would be great, but that's R-rated, so no children under the age of 15. I mean, anybody. I'm just saying, anybody 15 and older now can easily watch it, but I wouldn't
there's a lot going on in that movie. But I need Bobby Sands back. I need
Bobby.
I need the Sandman to help promote it.
He's great. What he does, Bob Sands is fantastic.
We have fun together.
City workers are struggling, and their union's been letting them down for years. But thanks to a U.S. Supreme Court ruling, civil service workers now have a choice. I can stop my dues and get better protection and benefits for less than I'm paying the union. Go to stopmydues.com to find out more.
Stop by First Manufacturing Company at 389 West Sunrise Highway in Freeport, New York. They have the largest selection of motorcycle accessories, apparel, and fashion leather goods on Long Island. Use the promo code RADIO and receive 20% off your in-store or online order. Visit firstmfg.com. For commercial office printers, copiers, document cloud-based solutions, and with over 50 years of service, the choice is clear. Northeastern Office Equipment. Get a free, no-obligation quote. Visit northeasternoffice.com.
But all right, so Margaret, I know you're real excited.
I am.
So go ahead. You can ask Larry the questions you want to ask him.
Well, Harley Davidson is coming up, I think, towards the later part of January.
January 18th.
January 18th. Yeah. So what's happening with Harley Davidson?
January 18th is the big reveal.
Oh.
What? Who's revealing what? A human
they're
reveal?
Gonna stream. They're going to stream on January 18th. They're going to show all the new models. So, and this is 120th anniversary year. So it's a big deal.
It is a big deal.
Are they going to be in the showroom or just...
No. Well, we got shipments today. Actually, I had to leave to be here with you, we got a truck today with bikes, and so I haven't even seen what's come off the truck yet.
Really?
But the new stuff will be revealed on the 18th. But
that's so you can't even take them out of their crates.
I'm sure they didn't send us the newest stuff yet, because they're going to reveal it on the 18th. So,
okay.
Yeah.
So does that include? Well, the Sports is not included in that, right?
The Sportster is they're going to stop making the traditional Sportster.
I can't believe that.
Yeah. At first, I didn't believe it.
And they're replacing it, though, with something?
Well, they already have the Sportster S, which is a much more powerful version of a Sportster.
Right.
But it's a modern Sportster, where, the old style Sportster with the peanut gas tank and that classic Sportster, they're going to stop making that, and they're kind of, going with the Revolution Max engine, which, listen, it's a better engine. It's better, it's faster, it's more reliable. But that iconic look, it's like I was afraid they would drop it and it would be gone, with the traditional Sportster. But when they came out with the Nightster, That's another version of a Sportster they just came out with a 975 motor.
Right.
And they kind of started to capture a modern version of a classic Sportster. So I just hope they keep that.
Well, at least it's still something like that's kind of still around. I mean, that's a great beginner bike.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know, and it's just a classic.
I can't say that it's a great beginner bike. Because when I first got a Sportster, if you didn't learn on anything else prior to that, I would think that the great beginner bike for people like we had mentioned previously on the air would be the Royal Enfield.
Yes.
Yeah, Royal Enfield is a great beginner bike, and they're coming out with some. I could see you on the new bike.
What new bike are they coming out with?
Royal Enfield's coming out. They announced they have a Meteor, and I think you and I talked about that bike once. You said you want. I want to get
right.
And the Meteors, but it's a 350, which is a good beginner bike.
Mm-hmm.
But now they're coming out with the Super Meteor. So the Super Meteor.
I'm getting all excited because he said the word super.
Super Meteor is going to be a 650.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is it going to look like a cafe racer, or are they going to stick with that style?
No, they have a 650 cafe racer, which is very cool. But this one, the Super Meteor, is going to be more of the cruiser style. I see you on that.
Wow.
I can't picture a Royal Enfield kind of like a cruiser.
So it's going to have like a full windshield and
I've seen
saddlebags and stuff, or like what are they doing?
I've only seen spy photos, and you can see it's a cruiser, and they've kind of captured that cool cruiser look.
I really need to know more about this motorcycle.
Yeah, well, Royal Enfield actually captured the eyes of a lot of people this summer. I remember I was there for the test drives, and I know a couple of people actually bought them that day. So that bike is actually going to be, very popular for a great beginner bike. Now, is Harley Davidson, well, not Harley Davidson, Nassau County. Royal Enfield in Nassau County in Belmore, the only dealer on Long Island, right?
Yeah. There's I think you were there when we had the test ride.
Yeah, I was there.
We got to do that again.
I was going to take a ride, but I was like, I don't know.
So as far as age goes, oldest motorcycle is Royal Enfield up there? Would they produce motorcycles prior to Harley Davidson?
Yeah, they did actually.
Okay.
What's interesting with Royal Enfield is it's really an old company. It goes way back before they were even making motorcycles.
They made guns.
She knows everything.
Yeah.
What's the tagline, Larry? Because I always forget it.
Made like a gun.
No.
Built like a gun.
Built like a gun.
Built like a gun?
Yeah.
Is that the tagline?
Built like a gun.
Gotta love it.
So what they made the Enfield rifle. And you'd be good at Jeopardy, man. That's like you.
Can I just tell a quick story? No, seriously.
Go ahead.
He said Jeopardy. So I was watching Jeopardy the other night, and the winning, the final Jeopardy question, I got the answer for. And I was so excited, I screamed and yelled, and I was cursing at the other contestants because only one person out of 3 got it right. But I got so excited that I scared the hell out of my poor dog, Una, and she ran outside talking about Jeopardy. But I'm like a trivia nerd. Do you do trivia night at Harley Davidson?
That would be awesome.
No, we haven't done that.
Maybe you should do that.
We should.
Yeah, come down and do that.
We actually had a topic on another show that we do a couple of weeks ago about the most sold bikes in America. And of course, Harley Davidson was number 1. But we were surprised.
No, Harley Davidson was not number 1.
Yes, it was.
Not in the world.
No. In America.
In America, they were.
No, we did America.
Yeah, but do you know who sells the most motorcycles in the world?
Honda.
Well,
right?
I guess it's a good guess. I don't know. What do you think, Joe?
I would say probably Honda. It's definitely not Indian.
Wait.
Royal Enfield.
Is it Royal Enfield?
They sell more motorcycles than anybody else.
In the world?
A lot more than Harley Davidson.
Really?
Yeah, they're selling them around the world. And they're, the price point is crazy. It's unbelievable. And very affordable. And they have a longer warranty, too. They have a 3-year warranty. And they're great bikes. So we've done well. Our first year, we sold over 100 Royal Enfields.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a popular little bike now.
All right. So technical stuff. How many gallons of gas does a Royal Enfield hold, and what's the miles per gallon?
I have no idea.
Damn it. I'm going to have to Google that.
He just sells them.
Just go to Jeopardy? Royal Enfield of Nassau County. No, I kind of want to know because, I know how far. Because I had a gas gauge that broke. So I knew when I got gas how far I could go on a tank of gas.
3 gallons. I'm going to guess 3 gallons.
Yeah,
are you going to Google it while we're...
I'm going to Google it right now.
Because,
it should be between 3 and 4 gallons.
Yeah?
All right.
Probably.
Well,
Okay.
he's
Probably
gonna
right,
Google
John.
it.
You guys can,
So with the Royal Enfield Super thing...
Super Meteor.
Thank you. So can you pick custom paint colors and stuff prior?
You know, they haven't released it yet, so they've told us that this bike is coming, and we saw some kind of spy photos of it that where you could see the style, and it's a cruiser. You'd look cool on it.
So do you have an in with Royal Enfield and tell them to make like a leopard spotted frame for me?
Leopard spotted?
I will totally be the spokesperson for the Royal Enfield, the Mama Duke's limited edition. Even if that's
we could get it wrapped. I know a good wrap guy.
So do I. I know a few, but I would get. So that was my last motorcycle was on the 83 FLH. That was it was custom made. It actually looked like a big girl's, I would say, Schwinn bike. Remember the Schwinn bike with the banana? My solo seat was vinyl, and it was red and sparkly, and I had the big Schwinn tassels coming off.
I had that bike, but I didn't have the tassels.
I even had
I left those off.
No, well, I had to make it look, like my Schwinn bike.
So you had an 83 FLHP.
Yeah, that was the last bike.
That's a shovelhead.
Yeah, that's a shovelhead.
The P stands for police bike.
Right, and it still had the whole. I tried to keep as much of it original as possible on the motorcycle. There's a whole other backstory on how I came about the bike, but I no longer have that motorcycle. But I will say, when I did get on it for the first time, I'm always a little afraid off, getting off the throttle or whatever. But I will say that that particular Harley Davidson, it fit me. Like, when you sit on a bike and it's like, it's yours.
Yeah.
It fit me, and I could ride it and back like I was riding my bicycle again. Yeah. It was just very well balanced.
Very well balanced bike.
And it was just real. I just enjoyed it a lot.
Was that a Nassau County police bike or?
It was a Suffolk County police bike. Yeah. It actually was a Suffolk County police bike. So I really enjoyed that a lot.
Awesome. That's great stuff. So,
civil service workers, did you know that back in 2018, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that you're constitutionally protected to opt out of your union? You keep your job, your hours, and benefits, and you don't have to pay overpriced union dues. Now there's a choice. Go to stopmydues.com to find out more.
Long Island has some of the world's most aggressive drivers. I am Motorcycle Mike, your personal injury attorney. When someone causes an accident resulting in injury or even death, you have a right to sue. I've helped out many Long Islanders in their fight for what they deserve. Motorcycle Mike, always on your side and always there for you.
Call 631-293-2300. Visit motorcyclemikeesq.com.
Micro DOT helmets weigh less than a bottle of water and are the lightest DOT-approved helmets on the market. Available in a variety of styles. Keep your head safe with a lightweight DOT-approved helmet. Visit microdothelmets.com.
So anyway, I got the size of the tank of the Royal Enfield.
Oh, you did?
It's in liters though. So the Royal Enfield Bullet 350, 13.5 liters.
Can you convert liters to gallons? Because we never learned the metric system.
I thought you knew everything, so
I don't.
You know what I mean?
Hold on. Okay. I have my calculator.
Yeah, look at it. Calculator.
Hold on. I have to use the calculator.
She's like MacGyver in a woman. All right.
Don't joke about that.
I'm not joking about it.
I'm the duct tape queen.
The duct tape queen.
And zip ties. You can take that however you want.
Don't put your hands or feet too close to her, Larry.
No. Right? So wait, hold on a minute. So I got to punch in 13.
So what do you got there?
Hold on. First of all, I got a picture of the Super Meteor. There it is.
Oh my God.
Turn it this way. Let me take a
look. It's beautiful. It really is a beautiful motorcycle.
That's beautiful.
Can you see that, John?
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
So was I right? Is that something you could see yourself?
Yeah,
right?
I could totally see. It almost looks like a Dyna front end on there.
It really does. Yeah.
I'm not it's like it's got the wind screen. I call it like a wind screen, not really a windshield, but I mean it's a decent motorcycle.
Yeah, no, real good looking, and it's got an inverted fork on, which is a new thing for the Royal Enfield, and I think it's going to be a winner for us.
I think so too. I think I just might end up, it's got a two-tone pink. Is that two-tone I'm looking at, or is that just a light reflection?
It looks like it.
I can't figure this out. It's 3.5 gallons.
3.5 gallons. That's not too bad.
So how many miles to the gallons does it say that it gets? Or did you click off that already?
I'm off that already. Are you kidding me?
All right. So a three
you know everything.
I don't. But I do have MacGyver stories when it comes to my Harley Davidson.
Well, do you really?
Yeah. Okay. So things my father taught me.
Okay.
My first car was a 67 Dodge Dart.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so things I had to keep with me: a pair of stockings, spray to get the water off the spark plugs in the carburetor and stuff when I hit a puddle because everything was so open under there. But things I carried with me on the motorcycle was a nail file, an Allen key wrench set, Allen key set, some oil, and a couple of adjustable wrenches.
John, I'm looking at your face, and you are totally lost. 'Cause I know exactly what she's talking about.
file.
Why would she need a nail file? Tell us, John.
I'm going to tell you. You don't even
Can you
know.
what do I need other than me breaking a nail?
Oh, yeah. Okay. That goes for the simple. Hey, listen, I go to the bike events. I enjoy them. What do you want to know about Daytona? But,
Okay.
Don't change the
these are-
subject.
All right. So these are for motorcycles with spark plugs only.
Okay. I'm going to say to space the spark plug to
Close.
right.
But not really.
To
So
take the spark plug out, clean it up, and put it back in.
there you go.
And there you go. I know the play with you. Come on.
I know. I'm
pretty
surprised you actually knew that.
I'm impressed.
Yeah. Because, sometimes, you too much gas and you need a carburetor adjustment. It's running rich or whatever. And then all of a sudden you flood the bike out and you can't start it.
Absolutely.
So that's what you do. And you don't have to take the spark plugs out to do that.
Now, I'm going to tell you how bad I am.
Oh,
okay?
my God.
I have a friend named Randy Miller, okay, who does all the work on my bike. Like if I ever bought something for my bike, let me come over and look. He would take the instructions and take it home, so I couldn't do it. And then when he was ready to do it, he'd come back and do it. So I needed a front tire on my bike. So I bought these caps to fit over the lugs, like on the front tire. I used red Loctite on those.
God.
This guy wouldn't talk to me for a week. He's like, "Are you kidding me?
God.
You use red Loctite?"
Do you know how you release it?
I have no idea. He took it.
You heat. You just apply heat.
I'm sure he knew that.
If you heat it up, the Loctite releases.
When it comes to riding a bike, I can ride a bike. I rode a lot of places in this beautiful country. When it comes to going to bike events, I'm there. When it comes to fixing it, Randy, I'm bringing the holidays to Nassau County. That's for sure.
Well, you know what the thing is, because I grew up in the motorcycle business, so I watched the evolution, watch it change, and I watched you watch the biker change a little bit because you don't have to work on your own bikes, like you say, you don't work on your own bikes. You bring it to us, we take care of it.
Absolutely.
Right.
But back in the day, what Mom was talking about, you had to carry things with you.
Yeah.
If a biker had to have stuff with them, and that's why every biker had on their belt, they had a master link.
Exactly.
Because if your chain broke, how are you going to fix it? You need a master link to connect the chain.
And that's, and that became like a look for the weekend warriors, they're having a links attached to their big wallet and things like that. No, that there was a reason. And it became like a style,
right?
Like tattoos used to be just associated with bikers. Now it's that and the man bun thing, So,
but back in the day, you had to, before you went for a ride,
you've seen all these changes. How do you feel about the Milwaukee 8?
Oh, the Milwaukee 8 is a great motor.
It's a great motor?
Yeah, no, something, they just keep getting better. I talk about my love for the early motors and stuff like that, but every generation of motor has gotten better and better and more powerful.
Right.
And, I got all these old bikes and I go into the garage and I say, all right, we're going to go for a ride. I kind of always go to the new bike and go for a ride.
Well, you got the 131s are out now, right?
Yeah, 131 is a kit that we do, and we can increase the size.
Now, that's not on any particular bike. You can just buy that motor, upgrade to that motor, right?
Yeah, that's an upgrade. But you see now the reveal is going to be on the 18th, and we'll see. I can't say because I don't know, but they don't even tell us. But sometimes they'll do a motor upgrade that'll become standard. So right now we have 114 motors, and then you have a CVO with a 117. If you want to go bigger, you go on the 131,
right,
which builds big power.
I can imagine. But for me, I mean, I'd kill myself on it, but it's a beautiful motor. I mean,
and for me, it's not enough. So then you can
That's not enough for you.
take the 131, and then you can go stage 1. You can go to stage 4.
Wow, there's so much. It's like,
and then it's really
it's
moving.
a puzzle. You can just keep adding to it. You can just make it. It's
and then you make it your own.
Yeah.
Which is a great thing. But I have to backtrack to the spark plug thing. I was testing you, and you don't know squat.
I don't know shit.
You only remembered you do have to take the spark plugs out to file it down.
Yeah, okay. See, I told you that. Yeah.
So I'm just saying.
Yeah, okay.
But you missed that whole thing. We went past that, and now we came back.
So know what the best thing to do with the spark plugs when they get all dirty like that? You just take it to Harley Davidson, Nassau County.
I know.
So-
Well, I do that now. I don't even do brakes on my own car anymore.
Oh no,
I used to do that too.
Okay.
So I can't.
Jeez.
you know, previous injuries. Larry knows, you know, from racing and doing all kinds of crazy stuff. You kind of, you know, I had my flyover accident at 50 miles an hour hitting the pavement. So yeah, arthritis is living in my bones. So it's kind of difficult to do your own stuff. So I make a decent salary now. I can pay hardworking people to do the job right.
Yeah, I'm telling you, they did a fantastic job. I love bringing my bike there. It always comes out awesome.
Thanks, John.
So let me ask you, Wally, what's happening this year? What's lined up that you're gonna do at the dealership this year? Anything?
Well, this year we're excited because there's a lot of new models coming out. Like we talked about the reveal with Harley, and then Triumph has their Chrome collection they're coming out with.
Oh, wow.
And so they're actually doing Chrome on the gas tanks, and but like a combination between paint and Chrome in a really stylish way. So that's going to be a big hit, I'm sure.
Excellent.
Yeah. And then Royal Enfield, we talked about the new Super Meteor. So, and then Harley, we're just waiting to see. We're counting down the days. To see
it seems like all the bikes are coming out with like an upgrade. You know, like the Royal Enfield, the Triumph, and the Harley Davidson. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm very excited to check this out.
I think so too. So I'm going to ask Larry a question. Okay, it was going back on an original topic we had started in the start of the show. Would you consider donating the motorcycle for the Cannonball?
Uh-oh.
The one that meets
1923 JD.
Yeah,
I'm not parting with that. There's no way. No way.
You wouldn't even run it in a race.
But actually, right now we're doing not a restoration like you. I don't like to restore them. I like to keep them like the way they were.
Right.
You know, with the patina. Right. So, but we're gonna this bike's been sitting a while. We're gonna clean it up and we're gonna put it on display. I got it. They're gonna display. It's a 1923 JD Harley Davidson, and then we've got a 1942. Harley Davidson WLA military model, World War II. So that bike is already complete, and I was riding it around. We got it running.
Sidecar, no sidecar,
no sidecar, but hand shift, foot clutch.
Oh wow,
that's fun.
I can't learn that. No, I'm just pushing them because maybe we can get somebody to donate a bike. And
Bad Turtle Racing is the guy that follows the show.
Right,
Steve Semenich, his name is. He does the Cannonball Run.
I want to do that.
I would love to do that.
Be my one thing that I would suffer for the pain and agony.
I want to do an iron bite also.
The Parowitz family does it. Jody did it, I think, last year. She also races. She's,
I would love to try to get involved in iron bite. You ever do an iron bite?
No, I haven't.
1,000 miles in a day?
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
What?
1,000 miles in a day.
Is it the Cannonball?
No, just the iron bite.
When the hell is that? Where did that come from? I just totally lost that whole conversation.
You're not listening to me. That's why.
City workers are struggling, and their union's been letting them down for years. But thanks to a U.S. Supreme Court ruling, civil service workers now have a choice. I can stop my dues and get better protection and benefits for less than I'm paying the union. Go to stopmydues.com to find out more.
Stop by First Manufacturing Company at 389 West Sunrise Highway in Freeport, New York. They have the largest selection of motorcycle accessories, apparel, and fashion leather goods on Long Island. Use the promo code RADIO and receive 20% off your in-store or online order. Visit firstmfg.com. Micro DOT helmets weigh less than a bottle of water and are the lightest DOT-approved helmets on the market. Available in a variety of styles. Keep your head safe with a lightweight DOT-approved helmet. Visit microdothelmets.com.
But hey, you know what? I want to thank you, Larry, for coming on the show with us tonight.
A lot of fun.
Awesome. You're always welcome on Motorcycle Mayhem Radio. And definitely check out all the dealerships that he has over there. You got Harley Davidson, you got Royal Enfield.
Harley Davidson, Nassau County, Belmore, New York, Triumph, Nassau County, Royal Enfield, Nassau County, and you even got in Auto World Kia in East Meadow.
Auto World Kia.
Yeah.
In East Meadow, which is really close to the city.
Absolutely. And you know what? If you need an oil change or anything, bring it over to Larry too. They got a fantastic shop over there. They'll take great care of you.
Thank you. We will.
So, Larry, again, thank you so much for coming on, and I'm looking forward to the next time you come on the show with us.
Super. Lots of fun.
And, Margaret, anything you want to add?
No, we ended on iron butt, and that pretty much cinched it for me. I'm done.
All right. Well, this is Motorcycle Mayhem Radio. I am Johnny Rizzo. I am with Mama Dukes. We are here on WOR 710 AM and iHeartRadio, and we will see you next time. Good night, everybody.
Bikers Info USA, the first bikers app by bikers, for bikers, and it's free. National and state events, Sturgis and Daytona, Bikers Info USA. Every motorcycle manufacturer dealer listed. Biker products for you and your bike. Bikers Info USA. Find the places to go, places to party, places to stay at every event. Bikers Info USA. Download it now. It's free. Bikers Info USA.